Here's Jones on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. When they go play fake, the problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
A gain of 4. It's now
from the 25 on 2nd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Back to throw again.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
the 3rd down pass.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Barkley, the ball.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones pass. Complete to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And only muster a yard here to the 38.
Saquon Barkley.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And they finally put it into this return. But now the throw is all the way down to the 37.
Jones pass.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Now Taylor. He can't get him down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Out of the target, it's caught for a Colts touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, But when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Turn it to the 24-yard line.
Jones pass.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run here with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Giants nothing. Tucker McCann on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Colts 10, Giants nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 27-yard line.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Number 26.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. That's complete, right around the 8.
A nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gay knocks Fires this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
10. Giants 3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
32-yard line. A gain of 2.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught by Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They'll run on first down. Taylor. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
By Jabril Peppers. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
They'll run with Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On the draw is Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
McCann's got it teed up. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
It hasn't been his day. It hasn't been their day to this point, but some kudos to this crowd. This is not an easy environment to play in.
And they have to be really excited because they feel like they're having an impact on the game. The visiting quarterback not playing very well, their team not doing well. They're helping their home team out. Now, if you're that quarterback, though, you got to find a way to hurt that crowd. And the only way to do that, make good plays and try and calm them down.
I'm sure he's thinking it starts right here on this drive.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in the golden high tops as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
They've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
They run with Taylor, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 brings up 3rd and 8.
Now back to throw. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
Jones pass.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Jones.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Jones pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now on 3rd and 2. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 7 yards, the official distance. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and 1. At the 44.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeForest Buckner make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Jonathan
Respect.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The give to Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Jonathan Taylor.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st down, it's Porter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Brings up third down.
Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
That's 10.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and 13.
Jones throwing on third and long. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Taylor is the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside.
That's good.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 30.
He's going to use his legs here.
And he stopped immediately there.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a 1st down and inside of midfield. And he'll take this to the outside of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor shifts by him. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
At the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll keep it himself.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Porter fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
10 at the 20.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Number 84.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And 1.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. McCann's got it teed up. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Now Jones on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 21. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. McCann's got it teed up.
To kick off.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
That's good.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
It's now third down and long.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On first down, Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brought down at the 15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw here. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 4 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up.
Set to kick off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Ingram.
Jones pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Colts defensive unit trots back out there. They've played excellent. Another stop here. That would just be the icing on the cake.
You definitely want to finish things off the way it's gone throughout the day. And it's gone awfully well for them. They don't want to give up any type of a fluke, any type of a big play here. That'll leave a bad taste in their mouth as they go in and celebrate.
Yeah, they want that. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing Jones. Will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Down to the 25.
28, Jonathan Taylor.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. And And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.